Hey guys, welcome back to one of my videos, and today I'm just gonna make a second part of the PI video that I made before, and we're gonna talk a little bit of details because I saw a lot of people actually not understanding what I'm actually saying, um, or was a little bit hard to follow um, what I'm actually saying. So today we're gonna do a video about the nodes and what I've said in the previous video about the PI and what should you buy, what should you sell, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean, you know, and what I've said about it. Because one thing is to say it, and the second, there's something else about to just actually doing it. So okay, so I have here my notes. Those notes are from the previous video as well. Now the thing is, some things may have changed in the couple of days that happened, but I don't think anything major. Um, and we're just gonna follow those instructions. I mean, we're gonna actually just build a PI from scratch, and I'm gonna show you that you don't need to be like necessarily in a big alliance or corporations, and you don't have to pay massive taxes. But um, yeah, um, so we have a couple of things that I said that you need to buy or you need to sell. Also, you'll need to have because I'm doing this for 6 planets. I have my already my um, you know this, but I'm just gonna delete it and I'm gonna create a new one. So first is just that we need to get those stuff that I need to buy, and you'll need, in order, you'll need a couple of planets. So I wrote down here the planets that you actually need to build those stuff, um, and in order for that I have here a fit that will transport some of those materials, and that's the fit. It's going to be in the description of the video. Also, but it has also a couple of planets. So what this will do, um, with those command centers, we can actually start building the new planets or the new configuration in the planetary industry. And I'm gonna show you this, right from the scratch. Okay, so I have a setup in Wormhole, already, like a PI where I have 0% tax. I don't have to pay anything. It's a couple of jumps away from here. The entrance um, already scanned. So we'll need just to buy those mods that I said to buy, right? Because I always say, oh, it's easy for you to just say those things, but other is to actually put them in practice. Okay, let's put them in practice and actually show you why that you know um, is that. And also, like, another thing that I saw that people may have said is that, well, how do you deduce those things, or how can you actually uh, know for certain that, that's the thing. I mean, it's very simple. You just let's just say you buy, I don't know, where's noble gas. Okay, well, you look, you view market details and you go at the price history, and let's just put it for the last mount. And as you can see, there's like a lot that you can actually look for. Right, there's quantity, and there's, like, prices, from low to high and average. And as you can see, the average is pretty low for what it's selling every day. So it's 193. It seems like it's actually going down. And you just analyze the PI numbers for any, for every level, for every tier. And that's how you deduct, and that's how I compress those intel in on these nodes. And what I think it's actually the best, if you want to just sell PI without actually building something behind, just looking to make profit. So um, so we're gonna buy a couple of things. So let's just buy what I've actually wrote so I can put them all in. You should definitely use this fit because you can put planetary industry stuff. Alright, so we're gonna buy noble gas. Let's just say 1 million. 1 million. Yes. Okay, what was next that I need to buy? So we're just gonna buy all those stuff, okay? We got auto. Also 1 million. Then we got Aquanos. Huh? What? Aquanos? How do you spell that? It is this, right? Aqueous liquid? I think so. Alright. Buy that. Buys also like 1 million. Yeah, as you can see, it's not, you know, super expensive to buy those stuff. It's actually pretty cheap. Yeah, so we're making, you know, we're bringing a couple of stuff to our planetary industry system. Now I have all necessary. I don't have. I am so. What's ion solution? There you go. Also 1 million, okay. Okay. And we got oxidizing components. Let's buy 250. Bro, 250k. I think 25k. Yeah, let's just bet 25k. It's because I'm just showing this for the sake of the video. I'm not. I'll probably switch up back to my configuration after. Alright, let's just buy this. 25k. Okay, consumer electronics. 5k. So no, we're gonna buy 5k. Okay. And another 5k. Okay, what else we got? Consumer electronics, then we got water cool CPU. And we're gonna buy also 5k. As you can see, all those prices are actually below the market price. So now that we got all this PI, that, you know, from our shopping list, that what I said you should buy and should sell, let's put this all in. Put that right here. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good, right? Let's just make a little check. As you can see, yeah, it's pretty good. I think I wrote here, it's actually just 25k. Yeah, alright. So we got our stuff, you know, what I thought, you know, it's profitable. Now we're gonna make, you know, we bought the necessary things. Now we're gonna go to our planet and we're gonna set up the planets from scratch. So I'll show you how to do it from scratch. Now first I'm just gonna probably move whatever I have left from the planets out. I think I might need to actually just be in the system, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't think I have to bother. I already just moved all of the stuff. Alright, so we're gonna get there. It's not that far from Gino, from where I am right now. Also, when we get into the wormhole, we should probably just put the safety to red, so we can use the burst jammer just in case, you know, we get, you know, ganged or anything. Yeah, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are just gonna build the other stuff that I mentioned, and yeah, just set up the planetary based on what I actually need. Now, on those nodes that I'm having here, as you can see, I don't have, because you actually need 7 planets in order to have all of this, because you need a planet to just build all those stuff. So we need to get rid of one of the planet, and that will be ice and oceanic, because we don't have it. We don't have it in that system, you know. We don't have that planet. So we're not gonna, you know, anything that's oceanic and with the plankton colony or biomass, we're not gonna build. But yeah, that's you know, quite a bit. Quite a bit of Intel. I can understand why some people may have not been able to follow through with what I said in the planetary industry video. Also, yeah, like I said, this is not a video for new players, although you can just set up a little bit, I guess, your planets. Yeah, we're getting down, a couple more jumps, 3 more jumps, guys. Thanks for much for watching. It's been a pleasure. The channel is growing up pretty quick, putting this aside. And yeah, appreciate the support. Thank you guys, all of you in the comments. It's been 2 weeks, and you know, or a bit over 2 weeks. We already, you know, surpassed the 100 sub mark. That's pretty impressive in such a short period of time on such a niche you know, game. It's not like I'm playing something, you know, it's not like a super popular game like, I don't know, League or Fortnite. So yeah, thanks for that. Alright, we're gonna get there, and I'm just gonna explain to you a little bit more in depth on how to do those things. I'm actually traveling quite fast with the booster, the temporary booster till 2023 April. It's pretty good. I like it. Okay, I think we are in the system. We're gonna get into our entrance, into our wormhole. and we're gonna, you know, just do those planets, you know, or just you know, build and explain maybe a little bit how to do that. All right, we're good again. So, you know, I got my own planet here, or I have the custom offices in here, and I just yeah, let's just get there. Okay, now we are at one of the planets, so I guess we're just gonna delete, right? Decommission. Or how do I do this a little faster? Can I just... Okay, cool. There you go. I just... Okay. There you go. The planet is clear. I'm just gonna clear all those planets. So you guys know. Guess I'll... I don't have... I'd have to just decommission the... Ah, that's the one. There you go. I guess I'll delete everything. Okay. Check something real quick. Okay, good. So first we're just gonna decommission so I can actually show you what I mean. Is it? Okay, I think it's... Yeah, because it shows 0 power, it means that, yeah, you don't have anything there anymore. Okay, decommission. There you go. Alright. 2 more to go. Where's the... Ah, that's... No? Ah, there you go. Cool. And 1 more to go. Perfect. There you go. Now we have all the planets. They're all cleared, and we can actually just build what I've said. Okay. So we are here at one of the planets. We are just gonna... let's say, what do we need first, right? The first one, we cannot do it, right? We don't have the... Because, and also we chose that we don't have that ice or oceanic. We don't have that planet in this system. So we're gonna go to the next one, and that's the non-crystals. And you can see you can find them in either a plasma or a lava. And what I said is that you should build double extract non-C5 crystals. So we're just gonna go to one of the planets that is lava or plasma, but I have lava here, so we're just gonna warp to the custom office. And then I'm just gonna also, what I forgot to mention is that you need to buy those planets, or, you know, or maybe I already said the command centers. You might need to actually buy those. Alright, so got this. Now we're just gonna build. Let's see, we get into one of the planets. I actually forgot how to actually do that, but I think it's under agencies and under yes, I think planets. Yes, I think so. There you go. And yes, we have to build a lava command center first. I don't think that it's really required or necessarily where it needs to be, but I'll scan for, you know, those items first, and then just build the structure. We're gonna take a look, and where the scan wears the the most amount of non C5 crystals, like a real depth. I mean, we don't see anything in particular very deep. I guess I will take this one, right? Okay, so just gonna build here. Alright, let's have this build. So in order to do that, you'll, like I said, you'll need a lava command center in your cargo near the structure. Okay, we're gonna build that. And let's build the non-crystals, right? We need the non-crystals. Let's build extractors first. And also, I think you need to just upgrade this. I like to just upgrade this to level 5 because I have the skills. There you go. It's a little cost there, but you should be good. Alright, and then we're gonna build the extractors. Let's have them somewhat close as well. I don't know, you can build however you want. I don't have the... Okay, we got the extractors. We gotta... oh, the nodes, there you go. Wait, did I select it wrong? No. Okay, good. Okay, let's just, select the most more at a time. Or maybe I don't have that much for select for 4 days or 3 days. Okay. We can install as many nodes. There you go. Now I know it's not perfect, like a perfect setup, but I'm doing this on the fly to show you guys how to do that. All right. I think it's good. We're gonna submit. It's a lot of power. There you go. Submit. And how do I start extraction? I forgot. Let me just... No, we're gonna cancel this. Oh, okay, you gotta select exactly what you want and how far for the period. There you go. And I can start extraction, submit, and you do this with for the other one as well. So you just have that as well. And now we don't have a route. We'll have to build a couple of facilities. So let me just get that out of the way. Okay. Was that a facility? Advanced? No, storage. I think we need a storage. Need a storage and need a launch pad. Okay, we got this launch pad. And let me get the storage as well. Alright. Now we'll need to create the links. Create a link. And a route. Ta-da. In this, once something appears, I think it will take one of the cycles, but once something appears, you can just, create a route for the things that are here to the launch pad. I like to just have them direct in storage, so I can just have a bank and then just move them into the launch pads. So yeah, I guess you'll have to create maybe a link here too. There you go. So basically, the things are getting extracted, they're moved into the storage, and from the storage, I'm just gonna have them in the launch pad. And from the launch pad, those things are gonna get extracted, and they're gonna be here, and you can move them here, and from here you can actually take them into your inventory. As you can see, they'll be like in one of the planets. Let's just say I'm here and I want to take those. So once they're in the launch pad, they're going to be shown here. And from the launch pad, you'll need to move them, back here, and you'll pay a transfer tax, and you'll be good. So you can see I can move them actually in to my cargo. So those items are extracted successfully. So yeah, that's about with the first setup. I showed it a little bit in short, and you do this with like every node that you're having. So you just you have that. We we built those, and the next thing was gonna be gas, and you do this as well. So it's like you go to the planet for gas. All right, let's just say this one. I'm gonna work with the custom office. Oh no, that was sorry. So that's about like the tier 0. This is like I said that you need to buy those items. I'm looking for the items for the things that I need to do now that I need to build. For example, like I said, are you gonna extract this? That means that you have to actually build a planet to extract those items, which I did right now, right? So those things, you build. Now we have the reactive gas and sell it also as a tier 0, but that means it's also profitable. So I guess we'll have to just, actually go to the gas. I had to just double check to make sure. And you do the same thing, as you can see. Yeah, and we have one more facility that where you can do the extraction, but I'm not gonna bother on too much on that. All right. Now, obviously, this is not optimal. Or you should work more on it. I'm only saying, you know, how to do it, and you should definitely just polish what I'm doing here. I'm only showing you what you need, you know, to do the right thing to do, or how to do it correctly is up to you. Okay, next we have gas. I think I worked to the gas. We need to go to agency, resource, planets industry, and I think temperature. I think that's the one. So let's view planetary. There you go. Now we're just gonna scan, and we're looking for, what do I say in the notes? We need noble gas. So we're gonna look for noble gas. There you go. It's a lot of noble gas, which is right here. We're gonna build the command center. Let's just say right there. And you do the same thing, you know, you just, you know, an extractor unit or two. We build, you know, install the nodes. We'll submit, but I think you need to upgrade first. We'll submit. You know, install the nodes first. Submit. And yeah, get extraction going. What are we looking for? For the gas, right? No. Noble gas. There you go. We can move this right here. Or all of them right here. There you go. We build. I'm gonna submit. I guess create one of the storage. Okay, I'm gonna create one of storage. Submit. And you'll definitely need a launch pad. You know, and you can do this with 2 extractors. You can have a little bit more nodes and have a little more optimal. You know, I'm only showing you the basic setup. You know, create the links. There you go. Okay. Create the route. There you go. And yeah, once the item here is created, you know, create a route to the gas launching pad, and there you go, you extract tier 0s and you can sell them. And you know, that's how you did the next thing on the list. Right? We did that. What's next? Buy next. Oh, but what do we need to do? Yeah, those were the easy setup. So you just only, you know, extract and sell once you're they're in the launchpad. You pick them up and sell them. Now we're gonna go to the next one, which is gonna be the noble gas. But I guess we're gonna skip this because we're gonna do the build first. What do we need to build? because those things are already just, you know, it was more to buy. I'm looking for the things that I'm need to build now, right? Because I've already bought those items. Okay. So we're gonna what else do we need to? Okay, buy. Process. There you go. Plankton colonies. Process. I will skip this because you know what? Let's just because it kind of distracts me. I'm gonna remove this because we don't have that. Buy. Produce. Okay. I'm looking at it, guys. Sorry. I can understand, you know, how that is it's actually a little bit hard to follow. Selling comes to computers. So this is all for last planet. This. Okay. Produce mechanical parts. Okay. So we'll need a baron. We're gonna work to one of the baron. All right. And we're gonna do the same thing. And agencies or you know activities, agency, resource harvesting, planets, planet industry, and this one. We're gonna view planetary industry. There you go. And we're gonna look for. If we are in the notes, we'll have to just to do the mechanical parts. It's a tier 2. We'll need reactive and precious metals. Okay, so let's do that real quick. We'll have to scan first and look for reactive. No, not reactive because it's a tier 1. We'll need to look for base metals. There you go, base metals. Oh, look at that. This is a good one. Here's a very good location. But the thing is, we're looking for also precious metals, which is from Noble. And I think we need to look at both. Yeah, there's not a lot of white yellows. This is probably the only place where Noble are being built. So we're just gonna build one right. Let's get out of here. Let's build a tier. Let's just say. Gonna build, and we'll need 2 extractors for this one, right? We need an extractor and another one. Let's upgrade though the Baron. There you go. And all right, we'll need now I guess you can have this on 2 separate planets, but I'm gonna do this, or you know, even more planets, but I'm gonna do it this all compact in one of the planet, because you can just extract the base metals, and then you can extract on a planet. You can just extract on the noble on another, so you can just have more extractors or more nodes in a planet. But I'm gonna do this in one planet, and okay, we're gonna. Was it noble metals? Yes. We're gonna install some nodes. Okay, let's just submit. Noble. And yeah, we'll set up for more days, and there you go. You move those in the center. We got those nodes right there set up. Okay, cool. We'll submit this, and we're gonna start the extraction actually. There you go, start the extraction. Now we're gonna do this, build here too, a couple of nodes. Go, submit. What I need was base metals, right? Or something else? Let me check. I need mechanical parts, which is required for base metals, yes. Oh, I may have just placed it a little wrong, but that's fine. I'm gonna have this like on a lot of days. Yeah. Ah, come on, move the node. Just move the node. Thank you. Guess we can have this also a little bit more optimal. Have it like this and like this. And same with this. I hope this makes it a little clearer, you know, how to actually do this. I'm gonna submit. And there we go. We'll need to just now a couple of storage facilities, one for each. We'll probably need a facility to process those things. There you go. And last, we'll need to make them into tier 2. Alright, and right at the end, there you go. Now we're just gonna create the links. Okay, looks good. Gonna create the route as well. Create. Create. There you go. Now you just extract the base metals. The base metal, we're gonna go into the storages, and once those they're getting filled, we are gonna install like into what do we need to build on the tier. On the tier 1, when you need the reactives. What did I extract here? Base metals. So we're gonna build this into reactive metals, right? Yes. Install. There you go, we installed that reactives. Right. Already exists, then what's the issue? Oh, okay. I might need just to buy. Anyway, yeah, you just get the idea. You'll probably need to configure a little bit. So those, I extract the reactives, and the reactives are going to to tier 1s, and the tier 1s you build it into tier 2s. Now you can do this, like I said, on different planets, so you can just have being able to do those. I guess at the end you are oh, because I don't have anything built. That was the issue. There you go. Now it should work, right? There you go. Now it works. Yeah, those are routed, and the mechanical parts also create. There you go. The noble into precious metals. So I guess we're gonna install here precious metals. Install. Have those routed. Submit. And we're good to go. There you go. We have, we made the mechanical parts, and those mechanical parts we're gonna extract them from the planet, and in combination with the consumer electronics, and we're gonna sell them into robotics. Now we configure the 3 planets, the minimum. Now we're gonna go choose to another one. Also, as you can see, you use the planets when you build the command centers, so you need those into your inventory. Alright, let's just get to the second. Now we're gonna show you the last component, and how to process, or doing all those things. So now I have all those stuff into my inventory, like I said, and we'll need to just build an industry there to do that. So we go over the agencies, resource harvesting, planets, and let's just view. We're gonna build, it doesn't matter where, because we're not gonna extract anything on this one. And we need to take a look at what actually we need to build, right? We need to have oxygen. Now we'll need a couple of storages, right? Likely. Yeah, we're gonna have to build a storage facility. Also, let's just obviously upgrade. And now that we build that, we'll need the tier 1s, right? So we'll need also the launch pads. Probably you will need 2, but let's just get 1. All right, we got the one. We need the tier 1 industry, which is right here. And in this tier 1, we're gonna install. Was it oxygen? What was my notes all about? Yeah, oxygen. Yeah, and I guess we're gonna create a route. Oh, we don't have. Let's create the links then first. Now I'm not, you need to keep doing this. So we're, as you can see, you have all those things. We're gonna, create the route back to here, and we have the basic chain, as you can see. Now I'm just transferring all those stuff that I'm saying that I'm gonna buy, and you keep doing this with all the other items, right? You have the noble gas, and then I said the aqua. So you just do the same thing. You just build, what do you need for an aqua? You just build another one because. And you do the same thing. As you can see, you look and it's like, oh, okay, I build water. Okay, I install water here, and you keep on going. You have to do this for, for water. I already said for ionic solutions, and you just build a chain. Now all you have to do is just put the items in there. Let's just take a look. So let's just say I need to build oxygen, right? Maximizing, and I think noble gases for oxygen. Yes. And I put it. I think I need to put it here first. All right, fine. Let's just move something here. And let's move here. There you go. We have the noble gas. We put it in the planet inside. Now we're gonna take a look at the planet itself. There you go. It's inside the planet, and we're gonna move this to the storage. In the storage, there you go. We have already the storage, and we're gonna create a route to the facility that's gonna create oxygen, and the oxygen is gonna be transferred to the Baron. And there you go. That's how you create the chain with the things that I said to buy and sell. Now, look. This is not an easy video or an easy thing to do. Planetary industry requires you a bit of knowledge, and especially about the markets, what to buy, what to sell. Also, like installing like a planetary industry where you have to pay 0 taxes, like I'm doing here, it's you know, also very difficult. Um, but for anyone that, you know, figured out how to do it, yeah, let me know what do you think about it. What do you, if you liked the video, or you know, think this video is useful, subscribe. Thanks for much for, you know, hitting the 100 subs in such a quick time, like almost 2 weeks. That's impressive. And I guess I'll catch you to the next one. Kakala Asanari is out.